about being critical of Bronny. I've gone out of my way, being who I am in the position that I am in, to avoid even critiquing him for years.
What is up, world? Welcome back, Charge the Game podcast. And Stephen A. Smith continues to go on this apology tour about what he said about Bronny James. He continues to scramble to clear up the air, which I just don't see the point.
You said, I want to play with my son in the NBA. You said, I don't care if you want me draft Bronny. At this point, it's not about the money. I don't care where it is. I'll play there. I just want to have a year with my son. It was you that said, despite high school, despite the heart ailment, he's better than some of the players in the league. So when I was saying, as a dad, don't do it, I wasn't just talking about Bronny, the player. I was talking about the dad saying the things that he was saying that was only adding pressure to the son.
Now, mind you, I don't think that Stephen A. Smith was out of pocket for what he said. Once again, I do think that what LeBron James did was very weak. I feel like he's not going to have the same energy when it comes to other people. So why do you have the same energy when it comes to select few like Stephen A. Smith? And also, guys, what was wrong? What was so bad that Stephen A. Smith said? If LeBron James is a caring father like he says he is, then he should understand that Stephen A. Smith just didn't want the scrutiny that Bronny James has been receiving. Now everybody is zeroing in on every single game that Bronny James played. They're looking at his stats. They're wondering why he isn't this phenomenal player that could play in the NBA right now, like you said, LeBron James. I just don't get it. And I definitely don't understand why Stephen A. Smith feels the need to come out here and continuously apologize or clear the air. At this point, you said what you said, and you just have to stand on it.
That's what I was doing. So I've never, ever been about being critical of Bronny. I've gone out of my way, being who I am in the position that I am in, to avoid even critiquing him for years.
Which we all know that the media does this. I'm glad that Stephen A. Smith just admitted what we already knew, that they tiptoe around sensitive subjects when it comes to LeBron James and the James family. He just said, I purposely held back from critiquing Bronny James because I didn't want to do this for years. You see what I'm saying? You see how the difference is for LeBron James and his son versus any other athlete or any other NBA player or anybody else in a different sport. It just doesn't make any sense to me, because you should be able to do your job fully. You should be able to call it like you see it. And if LeBron James cannot handle that, then he simply needs to get his son out of the NBA, or he shouldn't have forced him into the NBA.
Out of respect for the James family.
Wow.
Rich Paul knows that. Adam Middleton knows that. Maverick Carter knows that. Opposing agents and players, former and present, who would ask me why I wouldn't do it, know my position. It was on the record. There's clips of it on First Take. That was my position. So when he said to me, stop shitting on my son, I'm like,
stop messing on my son, is what LeBron James told Stephen A. Smith. What about you messing on your son, LeBron James, right? What about you taking a huge dump on your son because you knew, like most people know, and like many know now, that Bronny was not ready for this? Isn't this self-inflicted, LeBron James? Isn't this something that you could have avoided? You could have done this the right way. You could have allowed Bronny James to continue to stay in college and prove himself. You could have allowed so many things to happen the right way, an organic way, that would have made people take it more easy on Bronny James. But when you force him into the league, and then not only do you force him, you are arrogant and so confident that he is significantly better than pro-level NBA players, and now everybody wants to see. So you painted this target on his back, LeBron James, not Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith's job was to critique you. You earned it. You got into the NBA the right way. You made a name for yourself. You showed the world your skill set, and you have proven many, many times that you are a phenomenal basketball player. But your son, LeBron James, It's simply not that. And the quicker LeBron James understands this, the quicker he can get over himself. I mean, no boys allowed. And then you're in a Laker uniform. Kobe Bryant would never stand for this. Never. And as far as Stephen A. Smith, dude, you got to stop. You look at your face. Like, you got to stop clearing the air. You got to let it be. You got to let it go. And at the end of the day, if people don't understand that you have a job to do, then screw it. Like, seriously, I'm not about to mess my money up for anybody. If my job is to get on TV and critique people, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I just feel like that's the way it should be. LeBron James has a job. Stephen A. Smith has a job. You can't tell just one person to stay off your son if you're not going to have the same energy. And what I think is very weak of LeBron James, he used Stephen A. Smith as the guinea pig to send a message to the rest of the other people that are saying things about him and his son. In my opinion, I think that it could have been handled a different way. It's just ways to do everything. But Stephen A. Smith seriously just has to let this go. If you guys have found any value to this video, I ask that you do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know how you feel about this whole LeBron James confronting Stephen A. Smith and Stephen A. Smith continuing to clear the air and trying to always apologize for something that, you know, he should not be apologetic for. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. See ya. Peace.